Alright, so I know everyone on Twitter is already fucking heated. I already made like 20 million tweets about it, but I'm just gonna try and explain everything in one video on why literally the new Discord update is the worst fucking shit in the world, at least from my experience. So right now, this is Discord for me. This is Discord with the add-on of Better Discord, which you can kind of see there's a lot of stuff going on, like status changes up here. You can see whoever's typing in here, but that's not the point. My point is, the update, which is this more saturated colors, actively harms my experience and many others' experiences with Discord. For example, I have a theme right now that is turned on, so it makes Discord a lot easier for me to experience, right? But if I turn that off, and then I go back, now, off the bat, you don't see, like, many differences. But if you look up here, the blurple, as they like to call it, which I'm just gonna call purple, this is actually a lot more vibrant. And this is present in literally every corner of Discord. When I right-click something, every option I hover over has that blurple. And it's fucking atrocious because it is very saturated and it actively hurts my eyes. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't an accent for literally everything. So if I go over here and I see like somebody like playing a game or whatever, you also see that blurple, but because it is so saturated, this is going to actively hinder people's experiences like mine. It's already hindered mine. Looking at this already hurts my eyes. And you can also see it with like pings. The contrast here is so bad, I can barely tell that there's like a box highlighting the pinged person. I can barely tell there's a box highlighting the roles person. Even when I highlight it, it hurts to look at. This is an actively bad update. It is not good. What's even worse is if you go to Discord's website, it's awful here too. The colors are incredibly saturated. Everything is like 255 blue and red and it hurts my eyes so bad. I'm sorry I have to subject you to this, but I need to show you how bad this is. If I scroll down here, we'll see the blurple also used down here as well, but what's worse is that the blurple is also used as like a header type of color. And down here, it really blends in for me, like the words. Like for example, I can barely tell that this says product unless I like highlight it or change the color myself. It is actively bad, and the font is not good. Like, if I go to the website where it actively announces this new update, you can really see how bad it is. For example, this font right here, nothing's inherently bad with it. It's really simple. You mostly can you can mostly read it, but here's the thing. One, it doesn't stand out from the millions of other company fonts. Two, if you have dyslexia or like another type of disorder that you cannot read, like you have trouble reading, this lowercase d over here is gonna look like a lowercase c and an L, and that's not good. And it really bothers me because now I can only see the letters C and L instead of a lowercase d. Not to mention, I've already said this before, but the saturated colors really don't help here. And they have more saturated colors here. For example, over here we got this red, white, black, fuchsia, yellow, and green. They don't work well together. They really don't. This green, it works okay by itself, but compared to the red, I feel like it's a little too kind of saturated. With yellow and purple, that purple is very bright compared to the yellow, and that actively hurts my eyes. Fuchsia is not as bad, but it is still considerably bright. It would be a lot better if you would dim it. Red isn't also inherently bad. It is a decent red. The white is okay. The black is okay too. Most of the issues come from the saturation of these colors, which are not good. With this image, it takes me a second to read it because the font is incredibly thick to the point where, like, it takes me a second to recognize these are letters. This isn't good web design or, like, design in general. This isn't good.